Hey everybody, Rebellscloud9 here, and today I'm going to be starting a new build, and this is one model I have wanted to build for quite a while. I'm pretty excited to get to do this one. It is the Revell Heinkel He 111 H-6. Let me just see the box art there, because it's quite a big box for me to get into the frame. Beautiful box art. I really like the scheme that Revell chose for this particular 111 here. And I'm actually going to put this into another box, kind of a tray, so I can get at all these parts, because this is a really cramped model. Like, everything in here is like packed super tight, and I've only looked at it once because it was so hard to get all these parts back in here. So give me 1 second here. Let me just, oh, that's a little dirty. Okay, there we go. Pull this out. And more. And more. Come on, where's more? There it is. There we go. There we go. So I'm going to put this to the side. And I have to open up all this stuff, don't I? Ah, no I don't. This one's open. Okay. Actually, make sure there's no parts left in that. Okay, put that to the side. Okay, now we can begin. The other name for this kit is the Revellgawa Heinkel, and that is because it's actually a Hasegawa kit under the Revell name. And if you look up the Hasegawa Heinkel, you'll find a lot of new tooled and different variants of this kit. But it's the same kit, and so I'm quite pleased with the actual detail of the kit, and I'm quite excited to get to start building this one finally. It's been on my list for quite a while now, and I really want to build something Battle of Brittany, and this is a good place to go. This is one that, like I said, it's been on my list for a while. So here we got some cockpit detail in here. This is where the pilot sits. This is where the gunner slash bombardier will sit. This is the turret on the top, and the bomb bays here. That's all the bombs. And I believe these are the gear boxes for the landing gear. And the engine detail. There's quite a bit to them. These are going to be painted white. I'm going to build it just the same on the box because, like I said, I really like the look of that one. And you get all these nice little bomb racks. It looks pretty nice. I haven't seen too many builds of this, but the ones that I have seen, people seem to really like it. Got a couple of bent machine guns there. Ooh, that one's like going to break. That's no fun. And we've got this big pound bomb there that sits on the exterior. And same sprue. Oh, so that's good. So I've got a couple of machine guns there. Hopefully I can use them instead of those broken ones there. I might have to use them in the side. And the wings are very nice. Beautiful recessed panel line. All the little detail in them. It's absolutely wonderful. They look great. This is actually the first time I've kind of really built a Hasegawa kit. Hasegawa kits don't get out here that often. My hobby store owner says that people don't like Hasegawa kits for some reason. He says they don't sell. And, which I don't get because I quite like them. But obviously, if not enough people like them, he's not going to bring them in. But you do get quite a few Revell kits that are Hasegawa. And so these are the plates that go under the wings for the exterior bombs. I don't know why you get two, because I can't see any differences between the two. Oh yeah, there are differences. Very, very minor. Okay. And another propeller and spinner. And the favorite piece here, the nice main body here. Got some ribbing on the inside. Looks very nice. Some good detail, you know. It's not, it's going to be a very nice little kit when it's all done. The detail isn't like really kind of like super detailed, but it's enough detail that, you know, you're going to be very happy with it when you just, you know, look at it, especially when you put, you know, the glass over top of it. You don't really even see it. But that's pretty cool. I'm really excited about this one. And the window pieces. So, it's okay. Ah! Stab myself. Ah. Oh, excellent. Cool. I forgot about this. These are polycaps for the propellers, so you can take them like on and off when you're painting them. That's awesome. I love it when companies do that to just make it easier for you. So these are really clear. Like super nice and very clear. Like I can see my finger through the canopy. Usually you can't see this because it's not even that thin. It's just very, very clear. And really nicely done. This is cool right here. Usually, you know, this is molded into the fuselage, but no, this time they give it to you as a extension piece. And that's really cool. That's gonna make masking really easy. Masking this canopy is gonna be a bit of a challenge, but the panel lines are nice enough. I can do it all by hand. Like I don't have to order anything from anyone. And again, they are super clear. They're really nice. That is excellent. I'm really excited about that. That's really cool. Let's take a look at the instructions here. Where's the decals? Here we go. And 2005, printed in Germany. And we get more reading in 50 languages. A paint diagram. Building the cockpit up. Pretty good detail. And we get, there's not a lot of steps to this kit. Yeah, there's only 26 steps. Yeah, not a lot. So, you're expecting a bit of a bigger build. It's not going to quite happen. So this is the one that I'm going to build. I think this is the one on the box. Yeah, it looks like it. This is Lauengeschwader. Lion Wing. Or is that Lowen. Not Lowen. Low. Italy. December 1942. So this is obviously after the Battle of Britain. This one's in Russia, winter. This one is 1944. Pathfinder and Marker missions. Hungary, 1944. And then the one on the other side here is this kind of wintry camo. Imola, Finland. June 1944. So I don't know if it's actually winter or not. But, oh, that's cool. You get 4 options in the kit. It's quite nice. And let's take a look. Those are nice. And the box says something about... Where did I put the box? Yeah, here. Super Decal. Super Transfer. So that's what they're boasting right there. So have to wait and see how well these work. But they look like typical Revell decals. Like nothing fancy. So what I have to watch out for is silvering, because the last build I did was Revell, and I did take precautions for silvering, and they still did it anyways, which sucks. But you know, what do you do? Just looking at all these shields here, and they're very nice. Wish I could use all of them. They just look so cool. That's a problem. There we go. I need a new camera. Pretty cool. So, I'm going to put these away in someplace safe. And I'm going to go get to work on starting up the canopy here. So, I'm kind of jumping ahead on the construction. You know, usually when I do this, I film it and you guys see me building the model and all this stuff, but I'm kind of jumping ahead on this a lot because this is going to be a fairly longer build for me to do. I really want to get covering, masking, and that type of thing instead of, you know, all the construction. There's not really a lot. It's mostly this cockpit component here. There's a seat, and there's some stuff that you put on the side walls here. So not a lot of detail, but it's darn nice enough to just have it in there. That, you know, I'm quite satisfied with it. And so I painted it RLM gray from Tamiya. It's XF22. It's a very nice looking gray, and gave it a wash in there. So I'm quite happy with that, because you are going to see inside of here a little bit, not a terrible amount. And, you know, one of the things that people always say when I paint, like, models and stuff at 72nd scale, they always talk to me about why I didn't paint the cockpit. Most of the time I don't really detail the cockpit is because you don't see it. You know, because at 72nd scale, the window's about this big, and you put it on, it's so thick and distorted, you can't see inside of it. But if you're worried about that for this one, don't be. I cut these off just to see what they were like. Let me just put the halves here together really quick. The windows are so clear. They're just beautiful. I love it. You can see inside of there. Everything inside of there. It looks fantastic. So I'm really excited to do those. Airbrushed this all last night, washed it, and it's ready to go. One of the last things I want to do is use Agrax Earthshade from Citadel. This is a wash, and it's a brown wash, and I'm just going to add it onto the leather parts here. So they look like, so it gives it more of an impression of a used leather look, which is always a nice look to have on here. So I'm going to paint this on here. There we go. Quite like that. Brush this on over here. So I might have to put this model to the side for a little while, because I'm going to be mixing some RLM colors. They're custom, and I thought I had them, but I bought them for mixing, but I've since used them up, so I have to buy more. But I'm going into town like next week, hopefully end of next week, because I have some model kits coming in that I ordered, and I'm very excited about those. So I really want to get those basically as soon as they call and say that my order came in. So there we go. That looks pretty good. and when it dries it'll look even nicer. So I got a request from a viewer here, and I'm sorry I can't remember his YouTube username, but he asked if I could demonstrate how to glue fuselage halves together, and quite frankly I think that's more than a reasonable request. Whoops, don't drop that. And I'm just going to show you one of the ways that I do it. So I'd just like to say I get requests on and off. Most of the requests, however, are for building things. Can you build a Tiger? Can you build a Sherman? Can you build this? Most requests are for the Tiger. It's kind of funny. And when I actually posted the video of the Tiger, someone left a comment saying, "Can you build a Tiger?" And I said, "I just did." And they said, "No, a bigger Tiger." I can't do that. I just finished one. So I can't do requests for builds and stuff like that, because I build whatever I'm motivated to build. I'm sorry. So, but for tutorials and things like that, by all means, if there's something you think I can help you with by way of a tutorial, let me know in the comments. Send me a private message, and I'll do my best to include it in another video. So I'm gonna glue. Oh, I just missed it. Missed the whole thing right there. Luckily you're not going to see inside of there. That's why I only painted half of the bombs, because you're not going to actually see in there. So this is one of the things that I really like, are these wing braces on here. That's going to be the world of difference. So this is usually what I do for gluing fuselage halves together. I have two types of glues that I like to use. Tamiya cement, and this is a regular glue, and Tamiya extra thin cement. I thought this was one of the dumbest things I'd ever heard about, and then I actually saw someone use it, and I thought, that is one of the greatest inventions. I need that yesterday. So what I usually do is I usually hold the model in the wing root here, someplace where there's not going to be any glue, and if I need to, I'll use these reverse tweezers here, because they've got kind of a nice clamp onto them. This is a bit of a bigger fuselage to do that. That's more something for 72nd scale. And so what's nice about this Tamiya glue is the amount of control I feel I have with the glue versus something like a glue tube like this. Humbrol is very nice glue, by the way, but I like having this control over the glue more, like this. The other thing too, I find Tamiya glue to honestly be the strongest out of all the glues I've tried. I've tried 4 different types of glues over the years, and or sorry, different brands. But I like this Tamiya stuff the most. But use whatever you like. Oh, that's another thing people request. They tell me to buy certain products, and I'm all for it for the most part, but I don't get every single product this way, especially Mr. Hobby products. They are kind of more of a rarity in Canada now for whatever reason. I see sometimes, I've seen Mr. Surfacer in like a rattle can and stuff like that, but for the most part I don't see a lot of them. See them online sometimes. There's guys who are like really into Gundam, and they have like online Gundam stores and stuff like that, and so they'll have all that there. So I just paint it on here like this. Take your time with it. And I'm going to put the halves together. Oops, come on. There we go. It's got caught there. And push them together. Like so. And there we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a bunch of, whoops, that's not what I need, a bunch of clamps like this. I'm going to put all these clamps all over the model and I'm going to actually use rubber bands for the fuselage here and stuff like that. There's a bit of a gap right here. So if I glue this together, I can say it's done drying and there's still a gap in there. What I will then do is take this extra thin cement and you just kind of dab it, and usually it falls into all the grooves of everything. And there's even instances where I will just paint it on the seam line because I know I'm going to sand over it anyways. So I just got to reach around here. Put that up there. And so yeah, I'm just going to clean the rest of the clamp the rest of the model rather and clean it, and I'll be back with whatever the next part is going to be, but this is going to take me a little while to do. But that's basically how I glue the fuselage halves together. So I've been getting really carried away lately with my building. My iPod died over the winter break, so I had to buy a new one here, and it has a radio on it. And when I start listening to the radio, I find some nice jazz station or some kind of old rock station, and I get carried away. I love it. Wish I had my old one back, but this one will do. But yeah, I did a lot of work on this thing, as you'll see here. I glued the wings on, I glued the aileron on, I glued the everything on. Here's the canopy, all masked up, and I'm quite happy with that, actually. I was reading someone else's build, and they bought the masks for this plane, and there's a lot of masking to do on it. It's no, quick 5-minute tape and paint thing. This was quite a bit of work, but it's really worth it. One of the interesting things about the windows, though, is all the lines in them. They're all recessed panel lines, and I've kind of got the feeling Hasegawa did that on purpose, so you could mask these on your own. You didn't have to, rely on like Edward or Squadron or something like that. So I'm quite happy with how it turned out. So what I'm going to do is, oh, I should mention, I did not glue in the engines. These are not glued in. They're actually kind of stiff in there. And what I'm going to do is leave them like this. So when I need to paint the white on here, I can just take them off and quickly spray paint those white, and I won't have to worry about the rest of the model. I thought it would just be a little bit simpler that way. One problem I am going to have, I think, and I'm really debating on how to do it, is like this big tub in here is, as you can see, is all clear. And I'm wondering what's going to happen when I pour or spray a flat coat on there. If anything's going to happen. I don't want the windows to fog up. And that's kind of my concern. I don't think they will. If I'm just, really careful. But again, I'm not really sure what to do. I'm thinking of like just taking it off and then adding a flat coat on there. So that way it'll be flat and I don't have to, worry about it. But I just have to tape up the few windows here on the side. I'm leaving this one out because there's a gun that goes in here. I thought about gluing it in and then taking it out, but I thought, heck, just glue it in when you're, finishing the model. So what I'm going to do with that instead is, and that's in the top turret here. That's another bit of a tricky one because there's camouflage. Like, this is all camouflage on the top here. And the top window is just green, so I still have to paint all this stuff in here. So I'm just going to airbrush this separately, whatever that dark green is. I have to mix it. That's what I have to wait for next week. I have the blue, so first what I'm going to do is the RLM gray on all the clear parts, so it matches the interior, and you don't look in and you see the blue on there, which would be sad. And I have some mixing instructions from Tamiya, and I bought these a year ago. Yeah, over a year ago I bought this box, of painting jars. It's kind of cool. You can't get these in Canada. You can't get these are for enamel, Tamiya enamel paints. You can't get these in Canada, but you can buy the jars, which was pretty cool. So I actually mixed this one up a long time ago. I don't even remember what. Oh, it was for the 109, the Cyber Hobby 109. So this is the more appropriate Luftwaffe blue. And this one here is going to be for the Luftwaffe green. And this will be for the dark green. And I'm sincerely considering making a yellow as well, an RLM yellow. Not going to use yellow on this model, but there's another couple models coming up where I will need it. So you can buy these for like, these are like $1.50 a piece. So you're not really, breaking the bank. And they're very, very nice little little bottles. They've got these little bowls in them, kind of like the acrylics do, which is pretty cool. So it makes me just sadder that you can't get these here in Canada. But at least I got the acrylics, so I can do that. Oh, don't need that anymore. Throw that away. This is my, I gotta show you, this is my little pile right here. This is all the tape I used masking. It's quite a big, thick bundle there. So yeah, I'm gonna go and I don't know if I should probably record something of airbrushing. People seem to like that. But yeah, again, I'm sorry I haven't been really showing a lot of the build and stuff like that. I've really just been kind of getting carried away with this. This is an exceptional model. This is really fantastic. I love it. I'm having so much fun building it. And yeah, like I said, I'm just going to fill this part in with cotton, this part in with cotton, and it'll be ready to begin airbrushing. So let's get to it.